Every year, I think the awards can't possibly be as good. The entries can't possibly be as good as they were last year, but they are. So every year, they exceed my expectations. Now, some of that is we really want people to, do their best work, so we write clearer and clearer guidelines. But the work out there, particularly in these difficult economic times, show that people are thinking creatively, they're thinking holistically, they're thinking commercially, and I just loved the caliber of the papers.
I think awards are incredibly valuable for the industry because this is our benchmark and it inspires other people within the industry, and it also sets the foundation for what we need to do better, what we can do and achieve and push the industry further. Because unless we're recognizing that great work and inspiring other people, we're not going to think of new ideas, we're not going to innovate, and as part of that, I think we're not going to move as fast as we can to just deliver great work across brands and to the end consumer. The quality of submissions have been really strong. I think it's been a real mix because of the diversity of the entries, but in general there's been really strong entries that have gone in that have been quite mind-blowing, with the fact that how much they will transform their organisation as part of it, and knowing that marketing can transform an organisation to that extent has been really exciting to sort of see and discuss.
The Marketing Society has a unique position, I would say, in terms of its leadership and its celebration of everything that's good about marketing, and its championing of great marketeers and great marketing. So awards in general and in this space, I think, are really important to recognise great work and great understanding, great customer insight, and celebrate the great change that good marketing can bring.
Yeah, it's funny. I've spoken to a couple of the other judges about this, and this is it's a very meaningful day out, to be honest. And it's somewhat career validating as well, if I can put it that way, because it is a fantastic opportunity to just gauge and understand where the marketing community is at, and it's a great way to spend some time reflecting on the brands and the teams that are really driving the marketing agenda on. And I know that's a critical role of the Marketing Society. So it's a great opportunity to just stand out of the madness of kind of the day-to-day job and really spend some time reflecting and considering who are the best of the best, basically, and what some of the best brands and teams are doing, how they're evolving marketing, how they're looking at customer insight, and how they're using very innovative activities to solve, in some cases, really, really big challenges or unlock huge opportunities for businesses. Yeah, there were 4 nominees in this category, and all very well-known brands, from very kind of distinguished marketing teams. The criteria in this category were not dissimilar to some other categories, which actually are quite tough, which I think is really where the Marketing Society award benchmark needs to be. There's 3 criteria for me that always stand out. It asks the entrants, how have you pushed boundaries, and really, have you pushed boundaries? The second criteria that's very strong for me is about risk taking. Again, it challenges applicants to really ask themselves, what risks have you taken with this campaign or this entry? And then critically, the last one for me is about really getting entrants to reflect on what their overall contribution to marketing is. And for me, that's a very interesting criteria, because it probably sits at the heart of what these awards are trying to do, which is to drive the excellence of marketing on. And you do that by really forcing people to reflect on how they're contributing to the overall marketing academy or the overall marketing excellence. So I think for me, those 3, more so than the others, stand out and really force entrants to really challenge themselves and the marketing program, whichever category it's in this case, brand communications, to really challenge themselves about how they've moved things on and taken risks and really made a broader contribution. And that's not easy. It's actually quite difficult, but I think that's the point. Being awarded from the Marketing Society is at a different level, and it really challenges entrants to look long and hard at the contribution that they've made. And that's really how myself and my fellow judges approached this category in particular. I think it's really important to win these awards because I think, as a practitioner of marketing as well, they play a lot of roles for people. I think they really push teams on to really try and strive for the benchmark that the Marketing Society Awards expects for its award winners. I think it can be a fantastic way to galvanize a team around a marketing program. And I think also it can be a fantastic way, once that summit is achieved of winning awards, to attract other people into that team. So I think it's a great way for all marketing teams to get a bit of external validation, but also to attract other people, because I think naturally people want to work on brands or within marketing teams that are set themselves a little bit apart and achieve a slightly different standard. And are successful and set out to be successful. So I think they're really important for those reasons.
So important the work the Marketing Society does to make awards like this happen for all the teams, client, agency out there who want to put their work forward and be counted and show and be proud of all the excellent work that they do. So I just think to be able to be part of that is really great. Look, I think whether you're a client or an agency, it's huge to win one of these awards, especially whether you win it in a specialist category for something you've really honed, or to win one of the overall awards is a huge achievement. And I think in a world of so much going on in our industry, to really be able to stand out in your peer group with one of these awards is a super special